Hi, and welcome back to the Blab.Cafe. This is Blab.Cafe number 74, a place where you can introduce your business, products, and or services. Today it is women in business. Women in business. So sit tight, we'll get right with you. Thanks for joining. Hi, and welcome to the Blab.Cafe. This is a place where you can introduce your business, products, and or services. Today I have Diane K. Bell in the room. Hi, Diane. How are you?
Hi, Don. I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you. So what kind of business projects are you working on?
Well, I help authors and entrepreneurs, experts. I like to consider myself as a professional elevator, and I say that because I literally elevate professionals to a platform where they can take their knowledge and expertise and turn it into multiple income streams. That's the key. And I like to start them out with a book. As you know, there's a trend toward self-publishing, and it's become a very simple platform now to elevate ourselves to. And I essentially walk individuals through that and literally turn them into experts and show them how they can take their knowledge and any skills that they have and turn them into multiple income streams. It's a lot of fun.
Wow, that sounds great. Now, do you do most of your work online, or is this all, I would say that's kind of like mentoring, but it's also you're kind of like walking them through the steps to get them from the idea to a book on the market. Is that my understanding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Okay.
I do a lot of it online. I'm relatively new. Well, as you know, I'm brand new to Blab. Um,
Yeah.
I have used Zoom as a platform.
Mhm.
I have had clients from all over the world because of the way the nature of our world
Eyeballs
is
and all
now.
that stuff too. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because the way the nature is. And so I do a lot online. And then I also have some local clients as well. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, that's great.
Really just showing them ropes, helping them take their desires and turning it into income.
Well, that's
It's a
great.
lot of fun.
So I will ask you, like I ask everyone, to go ahead and share your links in the chat bar. And what I will do is I will extract those links and then I will put them into the show notes over on YouTube. And if you'll just take a note of this, this is Blab.Cafe number 74. Then you'll be able to see this over on YouTube, and you'll be able to check it out anytime you want.
Wonderful. And Donald, I'd like to invite you. I'm starting a podcast, and I'd love to have you come join me.
Okay.
And because I'd like to talk about what you're doing here. I think this is a wonderful platform
Mhm.
for authors and individuals who are wanting to get the word out.
Yeah.
And what a wonderful opportunity. I'm so glad I stumbled upon you. So glad to meet you.
Well, I'm glad you stopped by because it's really fun to meet new people all the time. And welcome to Blab, because this is a really, like you said, it is a really great tool.
I really
Communication
see
tool.
that.
Yeah. And as long as people don't make it too complicated, it's really nice and fun to use, you know.
Wonderful. Now
Yeah.
tell me again, you're going to take this content,
Yeah.
and where are you going to post it?
On 5 different platforms plus a standalone website, which is called Blab.Cafe.
Wonderful. You and I need to talk, because that same platform would work very, very well for some of the people that I promote and work with.
Okay,
Thank you so
cool.
much. Thank you so
Thanks.
much. Okay.
Hi, and welcome back to the Blab.Cafe. This is a place where you can introduce your business, products, and or services. Today we have the Tech Buzz, also known as Steven. How are you doing, Steven?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Donald.
So what kind of projects are you working on?
Oh, anything to do with live broadcasting and technology. I'm always doing something along those lines, right?
Yeah. So I understand you have a Blab show and you also do broadcasting with a podcast. Is that right?
Yeah, so the way I like to look at it is I am an internet broadcaster. I don't consider myself a what everybody calls themselves a podcaster. And I kind of explain it like this. I like to podcast my broadcast. So first and foremost, I get on, I don't do any post editing. I get on and I do my show from start to finish, intro, outro, commercials, everything, all at one shot, live to tape. And I think a lot of people like seeing it that way because they realize that one man can do everything that you see on TV from a technical aspect, along with hosting the show.
Right.
Can do it this day and age with the technology that's provided. So that's one of the things that I like to do, and I think that sets me apart from a lot of the other broadcasters that are out there and podcasters, because a lot of them do post editing. A lot of them, if they don't say something right, they stop the recording and they got to go back and fix it, reread it. And listen, man, I'm all about organic, right? And I think the audience appreciates that. We don't talk perfectly as much as we'd like to think we do.
Yeah.
We don't speak with big words all the time. We try to convey our message the best that we possibly can. And I like to think that my network of shows, we do it as organically and as real and as transparent as possible. So I don't do any of that kind of stuff. So I hope that kind of explains a little bit about my mentality behind doing this.
So my next question would be, how often are you actually doing live shows? And then, yeah, what would you say the majority of your content is? It's going out live on Blab, and then you have separate broadcasts that are going to a different market, or how do you have it set up?
Right. So that's a great question. So right now I'm in the process of building a network. As I stated, this isn't a business yet, but I'd love for down the road to have it to where it's a network of shows that I'm doing a business where, I'm charging shows to come on here to produce their shows because of the
Right.
gear that I'm using. So I do two shows myself right now that I host and produce. The Weekly Roundup, which is Mondays, and that is just an all-around generic tech show where we talk about everything from smartphones to tablets to computers to social media, anything that you can get your hands on that you would consider tech. Then Tuesdays we do a show that's called Broadcast Now, where we focus on the art of broadcasting and podcasting, where we hopefully are showing people what not to do based on our own experience, and we bring in different companies and different industry professionals that can that have special insight into particular fields where we may not specialize in. And so those two shows we do. And then I had some shows that I was producing for a while, and they kind of took some breaks. But hopefully in the future, I'll be adding more shows to the list of what's already there.
Well, that's cool. Well, that sounds great. So then what I would do is ask you to go ahead and share your links. So what I can do is extract those and put them into the show notes over on YouTube. And that way the people who see this video will be able to follow those links and find your show.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, for the most and foremost, you can get it thetechbuzz.net, and over at thetechbuzz.net, even if you're watching on Blab, we always offer, I'm going to show it here, a high definition feed that doesn't have any ads on it. You can see here, it's also available on Roku if you search TTB Network, and also Amazon Fire TV. This is just an example of one of the shows, but you'll also see buttons above it that you can choose if you're in another country and you can't necessarily pull down our highest quality feed. We have some ones here that will adapt. It's what they call adaptive bitrate to your speed, so you can, not be left in the dark, so to speak, by just clicking on them.
Right.
Like that one is not live right now, but you can click on them, and here's one from Ustream. You can hit play on it, and then right after the ad, it'll come up, or sometimes it'll come on, and then the ad will start playing. Those are the options.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So
yeah. Nice and professional.
So it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, people
We
ask me how
try.
I
We
produce this, and
try.
I'm just like using Manicam for all of my background stuff, and it works for me because it's convenient and it's very intuitive to use, and I haven't had any problems with it. So I use what works too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely an awesome piece of software to start out with. You know, especially moving into what you're doing.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, you mentioned YouTube before, and I mean, I've got some videos up on YouTube that you probably would have to dig through my site to find. Where YouTube, you could probably punch in some keywords. My website, you may be able to do it, but I've had it restructured since some of these older videos. But I've had the opportunity to interview some tech greats like Leo Laporte. I've talked with Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple. I've done some live coverage from CES, NAB, all that kind of stuff. You can find that all on YouTube. And one thing that I'm really excited about coming up, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but his name is Scott Wilkinson. He does a lot with audio and video on the Twit network
Yeah.
for home theater. He's going to be joining me once a month, and my audience doesn't even know about this. So this is an exclusive. We just set this up monthly. We're going to be doing what's called Home Theater Monday, where he's going to come on and share about the home theater, where the 4K and 8K, everything on the home theater side, where it's going to be going and what it's going to be doing. So he's going to be joining us as a guest on our Monday show once a month. So that should be pretty cool for those that are, yeah. So Baron in the chat room, he's like, what? So I just got that inked in so February 15th will be the first episode when Scott comes on from, I guess he's still doing Home Theater Geeks on the Twit network, but
Cool.
Scott
Yeah,
Wilkinson, it's
I know the
a
Twit
good buddy of
network.
mine.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
he's a good buddy of mine, so it'll be fun.
thanks for stopping by, Stephen. And we will grab those links and put them in the chat bar, and then I'll put them in the show notes. Thanks for stopping by.
All righty, sir. Thank you.
So, you
Okay, so hi, this is Don Brandt. This is Blab.Cafe. This is a place where you can pitch your business products and or services. We got Loud Radio in the house. How you doing, Loud Radio?
doing just fine there, Donald.
So, and what's your name?
My name is Tim Allen,
Okay, Tim.
also known as
So,
DJ Slim.
what was that project you were mentioning? You wanted to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it is going to be a live streaming video website with a twist, and you'll have to find out what that twist is when it launches this summer. And we're going to try to focus on getting it out there in June, but I can almost guarantee that you will monetize from it, whether you're a personal user, a business marketer who is out trying to market for that particular business. It services everybody. So you guys want to take a close look at it when it does come out in this summer.
Cool. So all we need to do is get some links, and then we'll be able to share those links out, and I will put this up onto the YouTube channel, and then that way I can grab those links and put them into the show notes. So thanks a lot for coming by.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Hi, welcome to Blab.Cafe. This is a place where you can introduce your business products and or services. Today I have Yo Pickles in the house. How you doing?
Hi. How you doing, guys? I'm trying to get all these new people to come in. Yeah, I actually started Blab's Got Talent, which is on season 3 on Blab. And actually tomorrow, I started in September, so it's been 3 seasons since we started it. And this season has been freaking rocking. Tomorrow is like the last rounds before semifinals. So that's what I do on Blab. And I do other things like on Periscope and through YouTube as well.
Cool. So now,
Yeah,
for the people who don't know your show or just will be new and will be seeing this for the first time, maybe on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or on the website called Blab.Cafe, if they don't know your show, can you tell people what it's about?
Yeah, well, for Blab's Got Talent, it's a spinoff of America's Got Talent, so the same kind of setup as America's Got Talent, and so pretty much people come on and try out. We have three rounds of auditions, and then we have a battle round, which is semifinals, and then we have the finale, which goes off of votes. So people will invite their followers in from other social media platforms to give them votes, and then we pick one winner, whoever has the biggest I guess audience that comes in, and they win a prize. It's pretty fun, and that's what, if anybody does have a talent, we pull people from every social media platform: YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, and such. So Blab's a great place to do something like this and get to put yourself out there in front of a lot of people. So that's what Blab's Got Talent is all about.
So what kind of talents have you been getting in there? Mostly
Oh my
singers?
gosh.
Tap
Yeah,
dancers?
like the first season, it was a lot of singers, and we had like a couple guitar players and bass players and that kind of stuff, like easy stuff that could fit like in Blab. But this season, we've had freestyle, we've had dance, we've had comedy. We have a ventriloquist that went to the next round, which is awesome. And tomorrow, supposedly, we have like another puppet that's like this famous dragon in Asia that's going to come on and do some kind of comedy. And so it's kind of like a mix of a lot of different things. So
cool. If you need
if
you want to have the meanest guy on Blab, you can just have me come in there.
Are you mean? Do you want to be my co-host and be my Simon Cowell one day?
Yeah, I'm really good at kicking people out when they act like foolish and stuff. I just go, okay, see you. You got to get out of here.
Maybe you can come and co-host with me one day, because I'm not really that mean, so it's hard for me to be like, oh, you suck. Like, I'm not good at doing that. So maybe we should talk. I should tweet you about coming on and maybe being my co-host one day, because
I'll be the doorman.
The really honest people are good. So yeah, that's what I do on Blab, but I also do a tattoo show on Periscope too.
Cool.
So I don't know, I'm covered in tattoos, and I do a tattoo show every Monday on Periscope, and it's called Pass the Tat. And it's pretty much anybody with a tattoo, they can come on and tell their story in front of thousands of people, and it's a good way to get noticed on Periscope as well as social media through your art on your skin. So.
Really cool. So all I would ask is, like I ask all of my guests, to go ahead and share the links to whatever content that they want to share. And thank you very much for coming by, Yo Pickles.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, welcome back to Blab.Cafe. This is a place where you can introduce your business, products, and or services, or cause, or NGO. My hero, Charlie. Let's see, it's is it Charlene?
Yes.
Charlene, how are you?
I'm okay today. How are you? I have a Facebook page called My Hero Charlie, and basically it tells the journey of my son through what started as just autism but has transformed into a very chronic progressive illness called mitochondrial disease. A lot of what I present is green, because green is mitochondrial disease awareness, and February 28th is Rare Disease Month, or Rare Disease Day, and mitochondrial is a rare disease. So my son needs medications and supplements that insurance won't pay for at all. And yesterday I was informed that his stomach med that he's been on is not covered anymore. So that means out-of-pocket expenses which exceed $400 a month, which is like choking.
How much?
Like $400 a month.
Oh, okay.
Just the 4 supplements that I'm trying to add come up to like $386.
Wow.
Okay. Which is pretty crazy. One of them is $180 alone. So, wow. But they're crucial for him. And without them, his disease progresses faster and harsher. And that's sad. So I wanted to come on and show you guys what we have presented. And I'm going to start with this one because it's up on the screen. It says, keep calm and energize Charlie. Because when we buy the t-shirts, we're selling t-shirts, and the proceeds from the t-shirts, and you also have an option to donate when you buy a shirt. You can buy a shirt and then say, hey, I want to give $10 more, $5 more. No amount is ever too small. It all will go into the fund to energize, very literally, my boy, to make it so that he can play like any other kid is allowed to enjoy life, to give him a little bit of joy. We have green shirts, which are my favorite, and there's the front logo. I do want to state that the logo was designed by Dr. Ivan. You can find him drivan.com. He took time and designed the entire logo for Charles. And the shirts come in green, they come in orange, they come in white and gray, and pink. So here it is in orange. And what I find really impacts it is, this is a little boy who was nonverbal for 5 years. Amazing, amazing kid. We also have hoodies.
Great.
And
Okay.
they're all available. But I'm going to end it. I want to end it with, I want you to really see who you're going to be helping. Because I think sometimes that definitely, that's my boy. That's my world right there.
Sweet kid.
So thank you for allowing me to.
No, it's no problem. He looks like a nice kid.
Great kid. He's a great kid.
Okay. Okay, so anyways, you'll be able to share those links in the chat bar. And what I'll do is, like always, I'll extract them and put them into the show notes over on YouTube. And yeah, for everyone watching, go ahead and take a look at those links, see what you can do to help, and that would be great. Thank you very much, Charlene.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so basically,
Hi, welcome back to the Blab.Cafe. This is a place where you can introduce your business products and or services. We have Everbranded or Zach in the room. How you doing, Zach?
hey, how's it going, Donald?
Pretty good, pretty good. So what kind of products do you work with?
So what we sell is logo design and kind of like branding and identity. And one of the things that sets us apart from all the other logo design companies out there is that we also send you a free t-shirt with your new logo. So I know it's not really that impressive, but almost every company out there will just say, hey, here's your logo. We're done. You know, go bring it somewhere else. But we kind of take it one step further and personalize it and send you something physical with your new image on it.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good idea. I mean, because that's one of the things. It's like you're just going that extra step to make sure that they remember you. Because I mean, customer service in that is, in some cases, it's kind of like out the door. You know, so if you're kind of going the extra step and showing them what it looks like on a shirt, that's really cool. So is that one of the shirts that you guys have designed yourself, that Philadelphia shirt?
Oh, no. That's the Philadelphia Eagles, which I live in Las Vegas, but I'm a fan of Philadelphia Eagles and
Cool.
The shirt that I'm wearing.
You have anything with your work on it that we can see right now? Because that would be great.
So you mean like a shirt with a logo from a customer?
A shirt or cap or whatever. I don't know.
So the shirts we don't personally print. We send them to a manufacturer.
Oh, okay. So it goes from there to there. Yeah.
Yeah. So otherwise, if we were trying to print them, it would be so much more expensive. So we take advantage of a manufacturer's economies of scale, and so we are able to print a shirt much, much cheaper than we would be able to do it ourselves.
Right. Well, that's cool. Yeah, so all we need to do is grab your links, and if you put those in the chat bar, I'll be sure to grab them and put them into the show notes over on YouTube.
Yeah, sure. So this is actually my first time on this site today.
Thanks a lot, Zach.
Do I just put out?
Okay.
Hi, welcome back to the Blab.Cafe. This is a place where you can introduce your business products and or services. Today I have Diana Goodsky in the house. How you doing, Diana?
Hi, thank you so much for letting me come in.
Yeah, it's great having you. So what kind of projects are you involved with right now?
Well, I really like to focus. I'm in the process of redoing my whole website, which is dianagoodsky.com. And what I've realized is that, I really appreciate and like helping others succeed. And there's a huge payoff for so many people when you're helping other people. And I'll use a small example. My daughter, she decided to stay at home, and she's a cake artist, and she's a phenomenal cake artist. So I noticed, and the reason why I'm in the process of redoing things is because I typically train network marketers how to succeed on social media, because I've recruited over 100 using social media alone, and it's been fabulous for me. But what I was always targeting network marketers, and that was okay, but it was perfectly fine. But what happened with my daughter was a really big eye-opener for me. She reached out and she said, "Mom, I want to bake cakes from home because I don't want to have to put Seth in daycare. And I was wondering if you could help me with getting my business off the ground." And, and of course, me as the mom, I'm like, yay, my daughter reached out, And so I took a look and I was like, your best bet is going to be Facebook. And so within a week, and it was pure joy to sit there and help her redo her cover page and kind of tell her how to focus, what her post should be about. And within 2 weeks, we got her page up to 1,700 likes and her calendar booked for the next 3 months. And talk about gratifying. So what I do now is I'm rebranding so that, because I've fully realized that my actual calling is to help others succeed no matter what business they're in. And since I know social media, it makes sense to do it that way. So you're going to see my banner change. I've hired a graphic artist, and we're in the process of getting that changed this evening. So when I post my website, if you log on there tonight, it's going to be different than tomorrow, I hope. But and I'm also going to hashtag the tagline "Beautiful Life," beautiful life, because that's really what I want everybody to have, is a beautiful life, and full is capitalized in that. So that's what I do. I help others succeed using social media.
Well, that sounds great. So I do kind of the same thing.
Really?
What
Nice.
you can do is you can go ahead and share those links over in the chat bar, and I will extract those and put them into the About section on the YouTube video. And if you want to take a note of this is Blab.Cafe number 74, just for your own records. So then that way you can find it a little bit easier over on YouTube.
Okay.
So thanks for joining, Diana.
Thank you.
Great.
Have a great
Thanks for joining another Blab.Cafe. This is Blab.Cafe number 74. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.